So next we're going to talk about free passes. I will not be accepting any late assignments with the exception of a serious situation that would need to be brought to my attention as soon as possible and then will be evaluated. So for example, an elongated hospitalization accompanied by a doctor's note, something that takes you away from the computer, the ability to do work for a week plus. In that case, we could talk about it and see what we can work out, okay? In lieu of accepting late assignments, I am providing 2 free passes for the semester. A free pass means that if you have technical difficulties when turning in an assignment, are unable to complete assignment on time, or just opt to not turn in 2 assignments, you will not be penalized for missing them. This does not include exams or the end of semester quiz. You may not use a free pass on any unit exam or the end of semester quiz. In order to use a free pass, you must email me with the intention to use the free pass within a week before or after of the assignment due date. I will not assume that a missed assignment is a use of a free pass. If you do not contact me to let me know that you intend to use a free pass and have not turned in the assignment, you will receive a 0 on the assignment. Okay, so free passes, and then we'll say how to use one. So again, since I'm not accepting any late assignments, I do give you 2 free passes. So if during these first couple of weeks, for example, you're struggling with the technology aspect, or say 1 week out of the semester, you're having some internet issues and just some technical difficulty happens, then you can use a free pass. If you end up not getting an assignment turned in on time and it's related to some technical issue, then you can say, hey, you know what, I had this technical issue, I'd like to use a free pass. That's why you weren't able to get it in. Or if you're not able to get all your assignments done for that week, you just plain ran out of time, you can use a free pass. If you just opt to not turn in an assignment because you're like, this is a busy week, I'm literally just not going to do it, then you can use a free pass. So whatever the situation is, this is your opportunity to say, this doesn't work for me, I'm going to take an exemption on this assignment. What that means is that once you tell me that you're going to use a free pass, which again needs to be within a week of the due date. So if the assignment is something that's due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m., then anytime earlier in that week, you could have said, I'd like to use a free pass for this assignment. So say on Monday, you look through the assignments and you say, there's no way I'm going to be able to get that done. You could email me then and say, I'd like to use a free pass for that. That said, I likely won't enter it until after the end of the week. Also, if it gets to the end of the week and you just weren't able to accomplish a particular assignment, then you have a week after that to tell me that you are going to use a free pass on that assignment. Okay, so it's according to the due date within a week before or a week after of that assignment. Okay. So that means then that that assignment will be exempt, which means that it will not count against you in any way. It will be as if that assignment just wasn't part of your semester. So those points just won't exist. Your total points for the semester will be less by whatever amount that assignment was, and you won't have a score for that. It'll have an exempt on your grades when you click on the grades on Canvas. So you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't count against you. Okay. So here, to use a free pass, you must email me within a week of the due date for the assignment you intend to use it on. The email must include your full name, so first and last name as it is in Canvas, the class you are in, for example, Bio 206 or Bio 160 or Bio 110, what assignment you are using the pass for, so use the posted assignment name. So if it is week 2 lab, say week 2 lab. If it is week 5 homework / in-class assignment, say week 5 homework / in-class assignment. That is important because you sending me an email and saying like, I can't get the homework assignment done this week, I'd like to use a free pass. I don't know if that's this week that is due this Sunday and you're telling me ahead of time, or if it is the homework from last week that you weren't able to get done. So you need to make sure that you are very clear about what assignment it is that you're using it on. All right, so the email must include your full name, the class that you are in, what assignment you are using the pass for, and whether this is your first pass or your second pass that you are using. So this is important so you keep track of your passes. So you know if you've used the first pass, if you've used the second pass, and you don't have any more after that. So also, as a side note that's not written here, if you don't use your free passes, you forfeit them. So if at the end of the semester, if you haven't used your 2 free passes, then you just haven't used your 2 free passes. Okay, so you are not able to, at the end of the semester, go back and say, hey, that was my lowest score, can I use a free pass? We're not doing that. You need to use a free pass within a week of that assignment being due. So at the end of the semester, you still have a week there to use the free pass on an assignment toward the end of the semester. But if you don't use both of them, if you don't use any of them, if you only use one of them, then you forfeit whatever you don't use. Lastly, you may use a free pass on an assignment that you do submit, but then you either feel like you're not going to get a good score on or didn't get a good score on. So for example, if you turn in an assignment and then say 2 days later you wake up and you're like, you know what, like that's not my best work, I'm really not going to get a good score for that, I'd really like to just use my free pass on that, then you can email me. Even though you have submitted the assignment, you can use the free pass on it. So that's whether it has been graded or has not. That said, it still has to be within a week of the due date of that assignment. So if that assignment doesn't get graded for 2 weeks from the due date and then you get a poor grade on that assignment, that would not count or be able to be used for a free pass. So do keep that in mind because, like I said, my grading oftentimes will be every other week. So then you would not be able to wait to see what grade you got on it. This is more for, sometimes I've had students contact me and a couple days later just say, you know, that wasn't my best work, I'd rather just use a free pass for that. So that is allowed. Even if you have submitted an assignment for something, you can go back and you can use a free pass on that if you choose to.